Disclaimer. Any positive and negative opinions and changes that me or anybody else in these videos are making, assuming it will make the supers better, are entirely subjective and our own opinions. If you have a problem with said opinions, then make your own video, dummy! Or you can let me know down in the comment section below. Enjoy.
Hello, my fellow Knights, this is Red Knight 39 here, and god fucking damn it, was that a long way since I've actually said that intro. And today, me and my good friend, whatchamacallit,
Dark as usual.
Awesome, are going to rate the Astrals and BlazBlue Central Fiction. How are you feeling about this, Dark?
Pretty alright, and possibly biased.
Bias is always going to be a thing, yes, but we're gonna try not to jerk ourselves too much here.
Indeed.
Okay, Ragna. Okay.
Honestly, I would give it a 9.
A 9?
And
wait, whoa, I'm surprised. Really? A 9?
Here is why. You know, we all know that he actually can't transform his sight, so I like the detail of him transforming his sight.
Yeah.
As well as the fact that he actually turns into the Black Beast in the end, as he finishes you off with the last hit.
Yeah.
It has little, like, you know, touch to the story, you know, like, yeah, he is the Black Beast and all that. Also, spoilers to those who don't know about the story of BlazBlue.
Oh no, he's gonna rant about the fucking fact that Ragna beats Terumi. Oh no, the poor Terumi enjoyer. How will we ever recover from this? Anyways, I was going to say I would actually give this a 7 out of 10. It's really cool that Ragna transformed his sword into the sight. It's just in the first two BlazBlue games, it was more significant because I like when supers make the character do something they don't usually do in gameplay. But since, you know, Central Fiction, we have a few things Ragna does. He can literally use Blood Sights as the move, and one of his OD attacks, well, enhanced OD attacks, pulls out the sight. So it's not as significant of a like, whoa, he's doing something different, but it's still cool. I like the lore, I like the, you know, effect when he's draining the life out of the opponent. You know, we have the particles, you know, going inside, and obviously the Black Beast part, really cool. Also, the cool thing is, the opponent turns into, like, ash, basically, when he hits them, which is a cool idea. Everything's cool, but, like, comparing this super to every other super we're going to see today, I feel like we have a lot more stuff in store for us, and this is just a good, solid, bare minimum, you know, what we want from a super. My final score is 7 out of 10.
Fair enough. I would still give it at least an 8.
Okay, Jin. Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
First of all,
oh no.
Okay, cool thing about Jin, it's a charge move, which is going to be very relevant. It's a flash kick input.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go to the negatives, let's point out some cool things. I like the fact it's a charge move, specifically a flash kick. It's the same input Hakumen's Astral is, which is some like cool, you know, lore indication, because Jin and Hakumen being the same person. I do like the background after the Astral finish ends, with the black background and the snow falling off, you know, it's pretty nice.
I actually didn't know that he had the same astral input as Hakumen, so he does definitely get additional points for that. And I also do agree, like, the background was good at least, you know, it was pretty nicely done. However, as we all know, the actual astral itself was more like a 50-meter super than an actual astral, to be honest.
Yeah, it just kind of, he just stabs his sword to the ground, kind of stands there while the ice is growing, then sheets his blade, and then that's it. First of all, the astral looks even worse when he's right in front of you, because it's just a clusterfuck of ice. You can barely even see Jin.
Honestly, I would argue that at least the ice conceals the fact that he's just standing there.
Okay, that's fine.
I actually think the opposite.
Also, one thing, I would rather him having a big sword slash to break the ice than him just turning his back and sheathing his sword. They could have done a lot more for this objectively really cool character. Ha, see what I did there? Than, you know, this. To be fair, it is an Astral from the very first BlazBlue, and a lot of them do kind of age. Not that great, but still. I'll give it a 4 out of 10, honestly.
I mean, maybe the whole concept of his Astral isn't that bad, if only if the actual animation lasted longer and maybe had like some like cinematic shots of him talking as we saw with some other Astrals. Yeah, honestly, I'll give it a 4 as well. It's really underwhelming.
It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it has a lot to be desired.
Hopefully it is the worst one, because I would hate to give anything less than a 4.
Interesting enough, we're going to pick Noel, and Noel again.
Oh, I actually didn't know about this.
Yeah, Noel has she's the only character with an alternate costume based on her first 2 game appearances before she had like the hair down. And Noel technically is the only character with 2 Astrals in this game.
Fucking white privilege. God damn.
Oh my god. So the first one is a counter. Nothing too special, it's just a forward C button input.
Okay, we got a... Ah, yes. This thing.
And the guns? Kaboosh.
I think I'll take that back. I think I would not mind giving anything less than a 4.
Damn, what the fuck? No, I like the Astral. I like the close shot of like Noel, and then rapid transitions to the different Noel shots. And at the end of the day, she has a cool pose where she turns her back towards the opponent, because cool people never look at explosions. And does the gun thing, you know, where she spins the guns and puts them in that position. I personally want to give it a 7 out of 10 for different reasons compared to Ragna. Because, yeah, compared to her previous Astral, it's not actual more animation, but the cinematography is better for me.
I guess. However, I would have to give her 5 at most, because at least it looks cooler than Jin's, even though Jin is supposed to be a cool character. Haha.
We will never get over these ice puns, are we? Okay, now her original Astral. Which she does the same pose with the guns.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay.
So
that's
one thing I have to note, I really do like the walking. That's like a cool animation. Other than that, it's just like, you know, standard gameplay point of view. There's not much to add because she ends the Astral in a similar way with the back turned with the gun pose. Yeah, that's about it.
Damn, I'm just wondering how did they manage to mess it up twice?
Honestly, I do like her second Astral a bit more. I'll give this a 5 out of 10. It's not horrendous. It's just like underwhelming.
I will also give it a 5. I really wouldn't rate it above the previous one nor below it.
Yes, a side grade, as you may say. Rachel, so
armor,
guard point, actually.
Well, actually, I will astral you.
Boom! This is also another that in training mode you don't see, but she will usually end it with the animation of her sitting on the chair, you know, and be like, whatever. Okay, yep. So this is probably going to be one of the most biased takes for me. I like Rachel a lot, and I do actually find her Astral pretty cool. I know it's not the best, it's from the first BlazBlue game, I can't expect it to be amazing. But I do like the build-up of like the coffin appearing behind her, the transition into another background, and the lightning pop. Okay, the lightning pop isn't as spectacular as the build-up would make you believe, but overall, it has good anticipation. This is also one of the moves where Rachel actively does the attack herself. Usually Rachel's, you know, familiars doing attacks, D, you know, doing headbutts to throw the projectiles. This is like one instance of Rachel actively herself doing an attack, which is kind of like simulates of her massive power. Other than that, I'm definitely biased here, but I will give her an 8 out of 10. I also like the idea of like, you know how Ragna's Astral goes? It's 2-1-4, half circle forward. But Rachel is 2-3-6, half circle back, C. So like the opposite input for Ragna's Astral, which is I'm probably looking a bit too deep into that, but I just love the fact that they both have like the opposite input.
And knowing how the story goes, I guess it kind of makes sense. It could have definitely been executed way better. However, it's not bad like Jin's or Noel's, to be honest. I can give it a 7, honestly. It's pretty, I mean, like, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. You know, it fits with her aesthetic and everything.
I also like the red pillar that starts off the super. You know, it's like she's casting a spell in it. You know.
And the red and the rose petals as well. In the end, it's like, it's in the right cinematic. I can definitely give it a 7. I would say Ragna's looks a bit better, but again, I would kind of rate it like almost the same as Ragna's, to be honest.
Yeah. Taokaka, before we do the Astral, it's a pretty unique input. It's a charge back, then
Oh god.
4-1-2, so a reverse fireball. You go from back to down, and then up.
Already a bad. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. So first things first, I need to ask you immediately. What happened in this Astral?
I'll be honest. I can't even remember.
Okay.
That's how much bullshit happened.
Okay, the thing about this, I think that Astral is a bit too fast because some people not even notice that Taokaka is not even the one that does most of the hits. It's the Tao Kittens. You know, the ones in the background right now who are helping her beat the opponent up. And then she charges up her final slash, which before being able to hit the opponent, Jubei actually appears and finishes the opponent off.
Jubei?
Yeah, actually, this is the first time Jubei was in like a scenario of gameplay. He was only playable as the last character in Central Fiction. Yeah.
Oh my god, I saw them.
Yeah.
That was so quick. I never noticed.
Input, very interesting. Definitely very unique input for Astral. The Astral itself...
I hate the input. I hate the input.
Damn.
I will deduce points because it's a
unique
really
input.
weird input.
It's a unique
Listen,
input.
listen.
I think it's cool. She's the only character who has that.
I don't care if it's unique because like we already have established stuff like, you know, what it means to do an uppercut or a tiger knee, what a fireball means, what a pretzel motion is, even though I hate pretzel motions. But what is this? What do you call charge back? What 1-4-2 and up?
4-1-2 and up.
What do you even call that?
We call it the Taokaka special, boys. What happens if she hits the Astral against Jubei? Oh, Taokaka appears. That's really cool.
Oh?
She only appears if you do the Astral against Jubei, which is a nice touch. I really do like that.
Fair enough.
But other than that...
I mean, I will admit, I do like the Jubei touch and everything.
Yeah.
However, the Astral is too fast. I cannot give it anything more than a 5.
If it was just a little slower, I probably would be slightly better, but I would give it like a 6 out of 10. It's good, but I wouldn't put it at the same level of Ragna, you know. Oh my god, Tiger. Oh boy.
So we got big muscles and
big something else. Definitely. We have 3 circles, chat.
It's like wait, 360, it'll be like 12, no, 30, I don't fucking know, I cannot math it.
Okay, I will straight up have to give this one a
9, at least a 9.
Yeah, at least a 9, honestly.
That's the least we can, holy shit, that's 9.5 for me.
Nah, I'm giving it 10 out of 10. I don't do that point shit. I have to give it 10 out of 10. Out of the original bunch of Astrals, this is just like leagues beyond. We have great anticipation. Like, we see him actually, like, open up his, like, arm magnets. Then we have this anticipation of him just jumping down into the stratosphere. And then coming down inside an asteroid field, down to the freaking ground, pile driving the opponent. Like, the camera can't even keep up with him going to the planet again. And then we have a finishing end, which he just, like, goes off of the crater he just created with, like, his glasses, the only thing that's glowing there. It's a 10 out of 10. I don't care what you say.
Oh boy. I'm really being persuaded to also give him a 10, because if I compare it to other Astrals, it's actually really good.
Like, it does what it has to do and then some. Like, yeah, sure, there are going to be Astrals who actually have better animations, better, like, screen positions and all that. But you have to understand, this is an Astral from the first BlazBlue game. It's insane.
Okay, I will approach this from a perspective of someone who doesn't even know what other Astrals look like. So I will give him a 10 actually, instead of a 9, or doing the point shit instead. Like, I'm just gonna give it a 10 because honestly, it's really good. It's really fucking good.
Awesome.
Also, the actual impact we see in the end, it's like, bro, that wasn't a finish. That was like pure annihilation. Like the character is dead. You can't even see the character. The character is dead.
Yeah.
He killed his enemy.
Bro, he killed the entire
killed the
planet
opponent.
with that fucking shit. He was the cause of the extinction of dinosaurs, man.
Oh wow.
Anyways, Litchi Fei Ling. So props for her because her input for Astral is pretty unique. First, she has to set up her staff, which is, you know, a main gimmick with this character, and then she has to hop on the staff.
Oh,
Yeah, let me just figure out.
that's why I wasn't able to do her astral.
Yeah.
Damn.
Come on! Okay, I do have a lot of things to say. So, first of all, the input itself being very unique honestly gives her bonus points. Second, that money shot, and you know which money shot I'm talking about.
I'm not sure what are you referring to exactly.
Anyways, that's just cool because this is the first time we also give cinematic close-ins for like a 2D game, and then the rapid kicks that go to 100 hits is pretty cool. But other than that, it's nothing too crazy. Like,
Agreed.
unlike Ragna, not counting the input, she only has that one point of the Astral, which is like, hey, damn! And that's about it. Like, Ragna has cool lore implications, turns his sword into a sight and whatever. Rachel, you know, cool build-up. Tager being the peak of everything. Yeah, I will give her 6 out of 10, because at the end of the day, she only really just dances on the opponent, you know, and kicks them off.
The cinematic's pretty good. I will admit that. It's you know it's all right. I could definitely give her a 6, honestly.
Oh, Arakune and oh,
Oh boy, we're gonna have a different opinions, I think, on these ones.
oh, I don't know. Maybe we won't. Yeah, I think I could do it without any goddamn commands.
Nice.
Creepy crawlies.
Yeah, it's a nice use of CGI in the anime. You
Well,
know,
it's
it's
3D
real nice
models.
use.
CGI is for movies.
Ah, true.
To be fair, do you know what his Astral previously was?
Ah, well, you're asking a guy who only ever played Central Fiction.
So his Astral was basically him turning into the eyeball and then just randomly teleporting and going around the screen. And the moment the eyeball touches the opponent, they die. And then Astral finish, and that's it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was a big upgrade, at least.
Yeah. Okay, so they actually made it a hit grab. So, you know, they hit the opponent and then we go a cool background, the eyeballs. It's very creepy and all that. He just kind of traps them in webs. The eyeballs pop up and then centipedes come in, and that's about it. You know, I appreciate the fact that the centipedes cover the entire screen, so we have a better like image of Arakune basically devouring them. And I do like the detail of red rain coming out, which I assume is like supposed to be the blood of the opponent. I'm not sure.
His actual really like fits him, right? He's a fucking like
Creeper crawler.
like a bug mutant, right?
Yep.
So it makes complete sense for him to actually, you know, have these centipedes and shit. I also like the detail of where the eyes are kind of like there's like this like light red stuff dripping from them. It's like
Yep.
either like tears or like maybe like blood or something. I'm not really sure. It adds the whole creepiness of it.
Oh my god, this video is literally recorded 2 days after Halloween. What the fuck? This is the Halloween special, guys. I'm not late for Halloween. You're late for Halloween. Anyways.
I mean, speaking of disturbing and creepy, I believe they could have definitely done a better job with making this even more creepy. But considering what his old Astral looked like, this is good enough.
Yeah, we'll give it some props. I'll give it a 6 out of 10 actually.
Same. I really can't give it anything more than that. It's time. It's time to bang. Yeah. So.
Okay, Okay.
Okay.
Fuck yeah!
Okay.
So this is also an example of not actually using a lot of animation, but still having the feel and power of everything, coming together. First of all, this is an aerial astral, only done in the air, and it's actually unblockable.
Crazy.
Second of all, I love the doors quickly opening, and then you have like the dramatic zoom in effect on the sides, like, oh fuck, this shit is happening. Then the last door is opening with a very manga looking bang, and just preparing the biggest punch in the history of punches. And then, punching the nail that's already struck inside the opponent even further. And then with the cool end pose. It's great.
Honestly, biases aside, I would definitely say it's really well done. I really don't see how could you improve this anymore, in all honesty. And considering the fact that, yeah, an aerial astral might sound daunting, but Bang's whole thing is that he is in the air most of the time. So it actually plays well into his playstyle. It would be actually weird for him to have a grounded astral instead. I like the detail of the nail being stuck inside of the opponent, and I like the fact that he only uses that big nail for the astral because, lore, as we all
Actually,
know
as a matter of fact, you don't really see him use his nail much. The big nail, I mean, in other stuff, which is also cool. The only way he's using it is when he has his command grab super unlocked. And yeah, that's about it, I think.
I would honestly give it even an 8. Possibly a 9 too.
I would give it a 9. There's a one aspect that it's missing that to make it a complete 10 out of 10, but like a 9 out of 10, it's like guaranteed,
Yeah, I'll give it a 9, honestly. It's good. It's really good.
Here we go.
You are S? Damn.
Okay, this is a really cool thing. That not so much. It just like,
I mean,
what happened? Okay, so I assume Carl basically teleports the opponent to, like, I don't know, inside Ada. Like, why would you make anybody go inside your sister, dude? Second, it's just like a bunch of gears. Wait, are they guilty? Anyways, it's just a bunch of gears going close to the opponent that, smashing them. And that's about it. Although, I do want to point out, I do like the little, curtains with, like, Ada's face on it. That's a very cool touch. But other than that, it's just like, honestly, I might actually give it the same rating as Jin's.
I would also give this the same rating as Jin because it's really just...
But at the very least, it's infinitely better than whatever the fuck he had in the first two games. Because what he had in the first two games is you do the astral input, Nirvana/Ada is summoned right in front of Carl, and then she proceeds to do a timer for like 10 seconds. And then when the timer hits 0, she explodes, and the explosion instantly kills the opponent. Meanwhile, you and the opponent still have to continue regular gameplay.
Does that mean your astral could actually fail if he kills you?
Yeah, actually you can kill Carl probably before the astral actually hits you.
Yeah, it's a 4 on par with Jin's, honestly.
Oh boy. Remember when I said Rachel's gonna be super biased?
Hey, listen man, it's fine because I might have a bias too.
Oh, fuck. Fuck you, Carl. Oh!
So... 10 out of 10.
8 out of 10? Huh.
I said 10 out of 10.
Oh, 10 out of 10. Oh, damn. Even I wouldn't give it that high of a score, damn.
I will. Listen, it is a bit fast, like some other astrals, but at least it has a reason for it being fast. It's a single slash that motherfucking kills you in a cool way. It is simple, it is effective, you can feel the impact, and he does the cool fucking pose.
Fair enough.
He does the cool fucking pose even in training mode. He doesn't give a fuck if this is training mode or not.
Damn. I was going to say, first of all, extra points because this is probably one of the most satisfying astrals to actually land since, it's a counter. The input, same as Jin's, indicates some lore stuff. The actual fact that everything turns into black and white, black silhouettes, white background, is neat because, it emphasizes, the whole brush stroke aspect of Hakumen because a lot of his specials have like a brush stroke, effect. The background and just Hakumen turning his back to his dead opponent and just shooting his sword in silence and then looking onwards into the void is just really cool. It does tell you a lot about the character. And then the single slash turning into multiple precise, impactful slashes is really cool. I would have to give it a 9 out of 10 though. I cannot give him a 10 out of 10.
Giving it 10 out of 10 because even though I don't play this character, and I have PTSD from him.
I wonder
respectfully.
why.
The background being like a complete white void. I mean, he literally has the line where he says, "I am the white void."
He is the white
Like,
void.
and also that the red accent that appears. You see the
Oh,
red
yeah,
color?
yeah, you're right. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
It really adds to the like lethality of the whole thing. It just like speaks like power, like danger, you know. It just feels powerful. I mean, bro, like black, white, and red, literally like, you know, the colors you wanna use. Oh shit! I just realized.
What?
Oh
Your
boy.
colors?
Spell Izanami backwards.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, Chad! I don't think I can put this in the video though. 9 out of 10
Yeah,
for me.
so-
It's same for Bang. It's amazing. It just misses something to be pure perfection for me. 9 out of 10 for me. Dark, you're gonna go with 10 out of 10. The chant, the spinning swords around her. The build-up is great. The sword's unlocking the bigger sword and fucking you up raw.
Cutting you up.
Okay, so this is the first cinematic Astral, technically. First one in the series.
Fair enough. She was the main villain of the first
She was
of the Calamity Trigger,
she
right?
was the boss in the Calamity Trigger. One thing I have to say, I love the fact that after all this time, while she's keeping you zoned out and all that, her Astral is a fucking grab. It's hysterical, to say the least. For like a 2D pixel game, sprite-based games, it's so smooth how she transitions, you know, into like close-up, into like far away. Like she rotates herself, you know, and the swords around her, and then unlocks the big sword via light. And then you actually technically kind of have a perspective of like the sword either gutting your chest or even your face, depending on how high you are as a person.
Indeed, and I will have to say, I will probably rate this very high up
I would give it a
because
10 out of 10. I think it's genuinely very well done.
damn, I was thinking like maybe like 9 even. I appreciate the fact that her entire Astral is literally like an anime scene, right? It's literally a fucking anime scene. Like the beginning of the Astral is a simple grab. It transitions into a cinematic of her talking shit to you with swords spinning around her. And then she just fucking slams a huge ass sword on you to just fucking finish you off.
It's almost like a guillotine if you think about it.
It kind of is actually, yeah.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. No questions asked for me.
I will actually change my vote and say also 10 out of 10 after realizing all the praise I have given to this
Fuck
Astral.
yeah!
It would be unfair after all this praise to give it only a 9.
Her Astral. Okay. This transformation cool thing is cool. Okay.
I feel you.
Okay, first and foremost, I love transformations. Her transforming into like an angel type of character, figure, whatever, is great. Objectively, that's just points for that. You know how we talked about Nu and her like just talking shit to you while doing something, you know? That was good because it actually built up to a proper like finisher, and you know, she had cool animations where she's close to you and then far away with the cool pixel animation. Tsubaki just kind of floats there in the air, in the spot, talking sense, while this awkward 3D model of like the statue just kind of tries to put itself in position of the screen to slash you. The entire Astral just kind of focuses around the statue that Tsubaki summons, and it just desperately trying to stay on frame.
Yeah, I was about to comment on that too, because like the whole point of the Astral is for the statue to kill the opponent, while actually the worst part about the Astral is the fucking awkward 3D model of the statue,
Yeah.
because again, it does not fit.
There are 3D elements in other Astrals that work perfectly, but that just didn't work. It just kind of like, what the fuck, it kind of ruins the pace, you know? One thing I would like is that after the transition, after Tsubaki hits you with the angel tackle, we see like a image of her prey, you know, and then the camera slowly scrolling upwards, you know, while the statue is like, you know, manifesting, you know, and the statue already being in a position where she's holding the sword upright, and after the camera like fully locks into the statue just like swings its sword downwards in like a vertical slash, and then we like end it, you know? It's like kind of a point of view shtick. Yeah, still, you get the idea. There's a lot of things you can do with this, and they just kind of went with the more lazier approach, awkward approach. I don't know what to say. This is definitely. I love the transformation. The transformation is what saves the Astral for me. But other than that,
Yeah,
I have to give it a 5 out of 10. I'm sorry.
Damn, I was even thinking of maybe giving it a 6 just because out of, pity, I guess. 5.
Anyways,
At least it's like better than like Carl's and Jin's Astrals.
oh
Oh
boy.
boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay.
I forgot to say, Mu is also a character who had a different Astral in the second game, and she got a new Astral in the third game and onwards.
Too bad they forgot to cover her. Anyway,
Bruh.
pretzel motions. Okay.
Okay. Spooky's
Oh, boy.
favorite Astral. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I don't know if this is his favorite Astral or not, but still.
Probably not. I mean, he loves it definitely, but we all know, we can all agree on the fact that it's a bit underwhelming.
Let's take this one by one. I love the start. I love the summoning of like the snake pillar, you know. First we got that, and then you have a bunch of snakes like from a bigger circle coming upwards. I do like this transition where like the snake tail is covering everything, but then we get the like big snake 3D model, which kind of looks awkward. You don't really have a sense of perspective that the snake is actually biting you. It didn't pace out as well. And then at the end of the day, the opponent falls down on the ground, and Hazama does this cool victory pose where he takes off his tie, which is, neat. And that's about it. I like the beginning, the middle is whatever, and the end is cool.
There's definitely a way for this to be fixed. Honestly, if they just didn't go with the actual 3D cinematic, but instead made like a bit like a faraway shot of those snakes that he summoned from the ground, actually like coiling around and hitting the opponent, and then lunging down as Hazama maybe, kicks the opponent, stomps on him, or whatever the fuck.
I can't really visualize exactly, but like, it would probably be better. Who knows? Again, Hazama's cool character. His Astral is like serviceable. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's just the whole big 3D model snake thing is not really something that I'm wowed upon.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7 as well. It's decent at least. It has a very cool start.
Yeah, it has a really cool
I'll
start.
give it that.
Oh, down. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Mu probably has a really good one as well.
Probably.
Traps the opponent inside the diamond. Then we get this cool pixel shot with the swords, like, literally... Oh. This is honestly a really good one. And then we get this ending. Okay.
Honestly,
A lot of good things. This is a really strong one. I would give it the same level as Bang, like 9 out of 10, honestly.
I would give it at least an 8. It's really well done.
I like the pacing. The pacing is really good. Anyways, first of all, we see Mu trapping the opponent. Then we have this beautiful pixel animated, like, rotation dance kind of thing from Mu. Like, look at this. This is beautiful. And then the opponent's, like, sealed away by the swords with a big explosion and craters all around while Mu just gently falls down on the ground behind the destruction she created.
Yeah, they did it really fucking good.
Yeah.
I can't argue about that.
This is 3D done right in this game. Anyways, 9 out of 10 for me, honestly.
I'll give it an 8.
Fair enough. Before we proceed with the other Astrals, I need to point out that Mu's Astral before, Master Hand from Smash Brothers? The big white glove from Super Smash Bros. As the boss fight,
I don't fucking know.
Anyways, it's just a big white glove called Master Hand or Crazy Hand. In the previous games, Mu just hits you, then the screen transitions into like the hand like manifesting, and then the hand creating a sword, and then the hand quickly slashing the screen horizontally, and that's it. It was very weird. Like, I had no sense of like perspective or like, is this a point of view kind of, or what? Anyways, thank God we're not talking about that. Makoto time! Oh boy, Makoto might actually have a really good one. Oh shit, I might actually give it a 10 out of 10.
What a simp.
No, honestly, just because, like, the references.
Ora.
And then,
eat.
boom. Okay, there are so many things to talk about this Astral. The amount of references. First of all, we have like a either. Well, actually, this is technically a Fist of the North Star reference. You know,
North Star.
You know Fist of the North Star, the meme where Omamaru Shinderu.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
First of all, her punching a bunch of times is very much Aura from JoJo, but JoJo got that from Fist of the North Star, you know, bunch of attacks while screaming, you know, a word, while she's going yada yada yada, or whatever she's saying. That's a very Fist of the North Star thing to do. When she's trying to launch the opponent in the air, we have this big-ass Makoto, and then we have this one, which is really just fucking cute. And then she sends the opponent so high into the moon that she punches the fucking moon. And you think that's it, the Astral is going to pop up. But no, when the Astral pops up, it blows the fucking moon away while having a falling star appear. This Astral goes above and beyond, and it deserves a 10 out of 10.
I will give it an 8, honestly.
Fair enough.
It's really good. It's really good.
What do you think it's missing?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased.
Against Makoto.
Not really against her. More like it's kind of silly.
Well, yeah, Makoto is a very silly character. You know, there are going to be silly Astrals. You know, it definitely describes what type of character she is.
Like the moon crushing is impressive. I like that. It's just that like I don't know.
You don't even have a reason. You just feel like an 8.
There could definitely be some improvement.
I think they've done like a perfect job with it. I don't think there's much they could have done.
Well, again, it might be a bias from me where I would expect every Astral finish to be something on the levels of like Mortal Kombat, where you literally kill your enemy.
I don't see it like that. I don't see it like that because I just see it like anime logic where a character is just portraying their maximum power, and this was definitely maximum power. It's not about showing off something that guarantees death. It's about just showing off like the full extension of someone's abilities and all that. I go 10 out of 10. You go
9.
9. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Oh boy, Valkenhayn. Oh boy.
Underwhelming, isn't it?
I fucking love this one.
Oh. Oh boy. Okay.
Okay. There's a lot to talk about this one. So first of all, I love the launching kick. I love the backwards, you know, somersault kick that kind of slows down for a moment so you can really feel the impact, you know, bam! And then the full wolf transformation into like the transition. There are a lot of things in this game where they have like transitions like these, you know, like a black filter and then transitions into like a close shot or whatever. This is one of the instances where I think it's a really well made. We see like a screen where the opponent is slowly going upwards, centering themselves to the moon with the moonlight. And then we have this close-up shot of Valkenhayn just doing absolute carnage. This black silhouette with the red background finishing off with a multiple scratch attack and then white blood. It's great. It's great. I can't give it a 10 out of 10, but I have to give it a 9 out of 10. It's
9, definitely.
Yeah.
I like it. It fits with his aesthetic. I love the fact that this time they went with a red background with red claw marks.
With black claw marks with the red background.
It looks deadly enough.
Yeah, it
looks good.
Yeah, it definitely feels more ferocious. Ferocious. What's the pronunciation?
Ferocious?
Ferocious. Yeah, it definitely feels more ferocious. Which, you know, a wolf. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they add a touch after the Astral finish. We get the splash of, like, obviously blood, but it's white. Great stuff. 9 out of 10, definitely. Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready for some sugar?
I love sugar.
Sweetness? Cutesies? Anyways, I'm firing my laser. Fuck, that's not the laser.
Oh, it's full screen.
Yep.
Of course, the magical girl transformation. Because we need that.
And the unique victory pose. Okay, first of all, transformation. Not only that she just transforms into it, she has the cliche magical girl transformation. That's just bonus points at this point. This part is amazing. Great stuff. Like the animation. Then we have the build-up of the final laser. And then we have the laser. I wish the laser was bigger. I want the laser to be bigger.
Not just bigger, but I feel like it should have more impact.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
It doesn't have the impact, especially since the Astral Finish logo kind of covers the entire, like, kit, you know?
yeah.
It has a lot of anticipation. The anticipation and the build-up is great. It's just the actual finish is whatever. A very strong 7 out of 10 here.
Honestly, I was thinking of like 7-2. Like, yeah, I am biased. I really don't like this character. It's weird. Like, Astral-wise, it's nicely done. The cliche magical girl transformation, it was very fucking anime. Like,
Also, shoutouts to the victory pose after the Astral Finish.
also, it was funny watching the local lolly murder the local
The local PDF file, you mean, you know? The local, I like my experiments young type of guy. We don't actually use the full word here, though. Okay, 10 out of 10. I don't even have to explain Relius's Astral.
Agreed. 10 out of 10. It's one of the most unique astrals. It's always unique.
Yep. Okay, there's a lot to talk about with this Astral without going into the whole thing about different characters, different endings. So first of all, the grab is very ferocious. Just like grabs you violently on the face and then transports you into his fucking torture dungeon. You see like shadows of like probably his previous victims just hanging there. The whole room is like bloodied and stuff, like a dungeon. Him like casually sitting there until like standing up, probably proceeding with his like experiments. And then the gates closing in like slowly and then like boom. And then you see then you hear the character actually screaming or something afterwards. Like it has the tone set perfectly.
Perfectly. It is messed up. However, it's good for what it is.
It does what it does masterfully. If you're interested, see another YouTube video about every character being astraled by Relius. Some stuff is very funny, like Platinum here. Some stuff is very lore heavy, like, I don't know, Terumi, or some stuff is spicy. And yeah, nothing more to say. Relius is a fucking creep, and you should probably call your nearest 911 station the moment you see this man on your streets. We both agree 10 out of 10, right?
Exactly, it's a 10 out of 10. Oh boy, do I spill another fucking 10?
If you're talking about any of those two, I can't really agree with you. So, funny thing, Izayoi, being just a super form of Tsubaki, has the same astral input. And basically the same premise. She transforms into her, like, Valkyrie form and then tackles you. Okay, first of all, this thing.
They have improved it.
The smooth, like, transition from close-up to, like, you know, far-away shot with, like, the pixel animation. That, in and of itself, is, like, great. Unique victory animation after the Astral, that's great. Like, again, I cannot state enough. I love transformations. She does the same attack as Tsubaki. This chanting thing, like, it's beautiful. And how she's rotating and, like, from further away, great. Then she's, like, pulling out the super saber thing, shooting it out. Now, thing is, I do not like the actual finisher. I do not like the, you know, traveling bit. Like, we have one transition, and then we have another transition, which then finishes it off. Okay, here's how I visualize it. We have the Astral, everything's same, you know? She does a cool pixel-like animation there. She summons it. She summons the sword. The camera is trying to keep up with the sword, and then the sword is going through like a cloud or something, you know? And then the clouds act like the transition to this shot. The clouds is like spurred away, you know, like this. And then we see this sword going through, and then we have like the transition of like the opponent getting hit by the sword. That's how I would have made it.
Yeah, I do agree. I do agree with everything you said here. The startup is amazing, the mid part is good, and the actual, you know, traveling is kind of
whatever.
awkward.
It's whatever. It's like the actual attack she's sending out is like whatever. I don't like the fact that we have two like basic ass transitions. It just feels off, and it kind of throws off the pace for me personally when it comes to the Astral. I have to give it a 7 out of 10 because of that. Everything is perfect except the actual attack, which actually pisses me off.
Yeah, the setup was amazing, but the execution was shit. I'll give it a 7 too, honestly. I can't really give it anything less because, again, it really had a really, really good start.
Okay, Amane.
Yep. 10 out of 10. I'm sorry. I am not biased, but it's like, it's just funny, man.
Okay,
it's
very
funny.
funny. It's very funny. Yep.
Like, just like with Relius, we have unique animations. Not only we have unique Astral for every character, but we actually get, for the first time, different sprites, unique sprites. It's so hilarious.
I mean, to be
I don't
fair,
even have to tell you.
Relius also has unique sprites. It's just them in like a uncomfortable situation.
Yes, however, like what I like about this is like Amane transforms the characters into a
Younger version.
baby version of them.
A younger version.
Like,
of them, yeah.
yeah, and like it's interesting. It's just interesting to see. Like
It's very
it
cute.
looks silly.
Some are very cute, some are very silly.
Also, I like the fact that his Astral deals only like 10 damage if you haven't noticed.
Oh, really? Oh my god, actually? Oh my god, actually. Okay, that's funny. Okay, so the thing is, I like the fact that it also finishes off like a stage play. But at the same time, I have to give it a 9 out of 10. The difference between this and Relius is, the Relius is so pinpoint accurate at its themes, at the feelings it's trying to convey, at everything. Amane feels great, but it doesn't have like the same wow factor as Relius. Especially because Relius did the whole unique ending for every character first, and Amane came second. So I feel like Amane had to do a bit more to stand out more. It's great. I just prefer Relius's, and that's why I have to give it a 9 out of 10 for Amane.
Listen, we know that Relius is fucked up, and this Astral really plays into his character.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Amane, but he seems alright. He doesn't seem like a bad character, and I guess he also seems like a stage play character. So that's why the ending curtain plays well into his role.
Obviously.
And I really have to point out that I find it interesting that this is the only Astral with 10 damage. I mean, this is like the lowest damaging thing in the whole game. And again, I gotta point out as well, like unique sprites, and for every character.
Yeah.
I just like to see that.
Yeah.
And I do admit I feel like when they made this character, they weren't really trying to make him like that serious. Again, they just wanted to make like a silly thing where he just turns the character into a younger version of themselves for whatever reason.
Anyways, I personally still have to give it a 9 out of 10. It's great, but not a clean 10 out of 10.
I think I can give it a 9 as well, actually. I can agree with what you actually said, because if like, at the end of the day, can I really compare this to Tager?
No.
Relius?
No.
Tager, Relius,
No.
New 13?
No.
I cannot compare this to that. So I will give it a 9, and solely because it's very unique and silly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it was anything other than that, it would probably be way lower.
Oh boy, here comes the big guns.
Oh boy. Yeah, okay, listen.
Okay.
Alright.
This gives me the same feeling Ragna's Astral does. First of all, I do like at the end where you kind of have a similar looking situation like Tager, where there's a big crater, which kind of like makes some lore indications that they're related somehow. She also does a cool thing with her gauntlet that she usually doesn't do. The transformation of the gauntlet, which is always appreciated. I like the raw and I just like the raw straightforwardness of Bullet. She just kind of grabs you by the neck, punches you with explosions 3 times, pins you to the ground, and then finishes you off with her enhanced blast. It's just straightforward, but in the best way possible.
I agree. I like the lore touch, where she has a similar ending like Tager, because they are very related in the actual story.
Yep.
I guess the only complaint I have is it felt more like a regular. I've seen supers that literally have more punches, more raw, punching me and dragging me in the fucking ground and annihilating my ass. Yeah,
yeah. Her command grab super definitely feels more satisfying to pull off.
The ending right here, where she just shoots you down. Instead, if she launched down like Tager did and made a crater with a cinematic, that's an actual finish in my book.
Still, anyways, her Astral does give me 7 out of 10 vibes, you know. It's great at what it does, straightforward. It doesn't do anything spectacular, it just knows what it is and does what it does.
Like Ragna, I will give it a 7. However, the next character, I won't even say anything. I'll just say 10 out of 10. Anyone who cannot agree with me
is fucking pussy.
It's a skill issue.
It's a skill issue.
It's a skill issue. Because this shit is a fucking 11 out of 10.
Honestly, fair.
11. Everything is done perfectly.
Bro,
his character fits. His power is raw. The fucking pose
at the
when
end. Actually, small thing that some people might even notice: his tattoos disappear, and lore-wise,
exactly,
his tattoos are power restraints that he put on himself just so he has more time enjoying fighting. Because he's just that fucking powerful.
Exactly, and the fact that they disappear only when he does the astral finish, it's a perfect, like, lore thing. The entire astral was perfectly executed. There is not a single thing I would like to change, honestly.
Anyways, I don't think we have to say much. 10 out of 10. Next character.
10 out of 10. Yeah, honestly.
Okay, so one thing I have to say about this super, I feel like it goes off way too fast, you know?
Too fast, yeah, I do agree with that.
But the entire concept of like him slashing you and then trapping you like a lightning of darkness, this whole like shtick where you see a close up of him and then you see how it's vertically, a point of view of the sword vertically going downwards and slashing the daylights out of you.
The close-up cinematic on his smug face, the actual build-up, like, again, I'm not gonna give him a 10 because, again, it went too fast. But his whole point of his character, when you play him, is to charge up his sword to deal very good damage. And what does he do in his astral? He traps you so he has enough time to basically do a berserk type shit with like a massive ass clank, like jonkler, like, what am I saying? Please cut this part out. Please cut this part out.
Anyways, I feel like there's a few things missing here to make it a true 10 out of 10, even a 9 out of 10 for me. But everything he does is really good. Basically, I have the feeling of, imagine if Ragna had more cinematic shots to him.
Oh god, it would be a clear, like, 9 at least. I bet I am giving him a 9. I can't give it a 10, it went too fast.
Kokonoe. Funny thing is, she has the same input for Astral as Tiger. Which is a grab.
Okay. Bonus points.
Okay, this part.
Holy shit. There's so much lore and so much impact. This shit is perfectly executed. It's long for a reason.
10 out of fucking 10.
Fucking 10.
First of all, funny cat stuff. You know, she just grabs you with her, like, hand and then punches you up, then kicks you into like magnet, supercharged magnet thing. Then this shot. Do I need to explain how cinematic this shit looks?
This is like one of the best cinematics in the entire BlazBlue.
And then astral finish, and then you can just see her confidently standing there in the destruction she just created.
Yeah, so this is good on so many levels. Oh boy.
Oh, Terumi. First of all, we can't just do the astral. We have to do it the proper way.
The proper way. Oh my god. Okay. Oof. Oh boy.
Oh boy. There's so much for this astral, and I still have to give it like a 9 out of 10. I was about to say 8. I was about to say 8. But actually, no. That's a difficult one. Because I like the pose he does, you know, trapping the opponents in the chains. Then this part is like, whatever. It's like crazy evil shit. Okay, whatever. Now this is the moneymaker. The whole transformation into the Susano'o, and then the slash is great. It's not a consistent, like, oh my god, this thing is peak. The biggest part is the transformation and the sword slash. And that's what makes me want to give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay, I can't even call it a bias because it just looks fucking cool in the end, right? However, I will have to say, I cannot give it a 10, unfortunately, as much as I would like to. However, it has a good build-up. First of all, he traps you in the fucking chains. Again, it is his whole gimmick. He has a motherfucking chain command grab. Like, his whole shtick is like chains and shit, right? It is his whole character, and it really fits well with in terms of that. And in the end, again, we have lore and the impact. Okay, it's a build up. Everything goes silent. He turns into fucking Susano'o, and of course the Blade of Judgment is there, and he just slashes you. The only thing I would change here is maybe either adding a cinematic for the moment he actually shifts into Susano'o, which would be a fucking 11 out of 10 like Azrael, or maybe making the impact a bit more impactful. But yeah, I will give it a 9 at most. I cannot give it anything more than a 9.
This super came out before in the third game, and that's before Susano'o was even playable. Before we even know how Susano'o actually looks. So it's like a cool lore. It's a very cool lore implication.
Oh, that's very cool. Okay,
but
okay.
Other than that, I have to give it 8 out of 10, honestly. It's really good. It just doesn't do anything too crazy. Okay, actually, funny thing about this super, since it's training mode,
I know.
Since it's training mode, you can't actually see it. But Celica actually does heal the opponent to full health. Because she's like, you know, she's an innocent girl. She doesn't want to fight anybody and whatever. And then her healing magic is so strong in this case, she actually heals the terrain around her, you know, making a field of flowers. And then we have this cool shot of like a high sky dive attack from Minerva, which is pretty funny.
Yep.
But the thing is, there's a joke in here that's kind of lost in translation. Basically, the idea is, as we know, Celica just wants to heal everybody. She heals the opponent, but she basically says, like, pain, go away, and the whole go away part is accidentally registered to Minerva as in, oh, you want me to make the opponent go away? Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sadly, because we don't have an English dub for this game, we don't have, like, you know, the joke here. I also have to give it like 7 out of 10 because it's cool, it's funny, but that's about it, you know.
I also want to add, like, you know, it lasts for long enough for you to actually know what's going on.
Yep.
There's a joke in the Astral which ties in with the lore, and of course the fucking 2D cinematic of Minerva launching at you, right?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta really appreciate that. I'm actually gonna even give it an 8. And yes, we're actually living in the time where I'm giving a higher rating for Celica than you are, as a past Terumi main.
That's crazy.
Let that sink in.
Oh my god, how are we gonna rate this one? We could either give it the same rating as new, or we can give her a 1 out of 10, because she's just literally copied New's homework.
Okay, do the Astral.
It's literally New's Astral, but again.
Recolored.
Honestly, I have to give it a question mark out of 10. Honestly, I don't know how to rate this.
Yeah, I really can't. I mean, I don't want to be harsh because again, it's a really fucking good Astral. It's kind of like a problem with the game itself because we have too many like clone characters.
Yeah,
right?
but even the other clone characters have different movesets and Astrals. I mean, different Astrals. I mean, it's either 1 out of 10, question mark out of 10. And 10 out of 10. You chat in the fucking comment section down below. Say, what should we rate Landa's Astral? Hibiki, Hibiscus.
Down syndrome. I'm sorry.
Okay, one cool thing about his Astral is that you can actually walk while, you know, he's invisible.
That's crazy.
But at the end of the day,
honestly,
I have to give it the same rate as Ragna.
Really? 7?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the build-up is too long. I suppose it isn't as good as others, but honestly, like cool too.
I do not know why we have this moon aesthetic here. Unlike Valkenhayn, which has a very important part of the moon because, you know, it was literally the center point of his final attacks. Hibiki's Astral just has a scene of the moon, and then we go to the fog. We might as well start off with the fog, you know, with the part where the character walks, you know, and shit.
You have a fair point.
And this is just like, you know, cool attacks, whatever. The moneymaker is definitely like the glass shattering effect on the final hit.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's the best.
All right, I'll give it a 7.
And that's
I
about
guess,
it.
Yeah,
it's
makes sense.
It's very like, you know, it's good, but nothing outstanding, you know. Okay, it's Miss Witch Lady here to make everybody want to main her immediately when they see this game. Seriously, I cannot tell you how many times people are like, oh, I want to play the witch in this game.
Because of course she has a really good game plan, so cool mechanics and like elements and physics and everything else. So yeah,
And nothing else.
POV, you are not a furry. Do the astral.
If you know chat, you know. Okay, so the thing about this one is it's very similar concept-wise to Kokonoe, which lore-wise, 9 is Kokonoe's mother.
Technically we should say that Kokonoe is actually based off of 9s, since it makes more sense.
I mean, well, 9. I mean, I guess, but 9 came out later as a playable character. Actually, I feel like the whole dramatic thing about Kokonoe's astral summoning one meteor is way more impressive than 9's nonchalant way of summoning multiple meteors.
Fair enough, yeah.
It's like
I mean, the
I
start
love
is
the magical
good.
circle. I love the general meteors are still cool. I love the ending, which is just a fiery pit of destruction. I have to give her a 9 out of 10, honestly. I like the fact. Oh my god! I just
9 gets
realized.
a
Oh my
9.
god! Yes, fuck it. A 9 out of 10. 9's getting a 9 out of 10.
Out of 10, because she's not a 10.
Anyways.
Oh god,
I do.
so many 9 may as well want to murder me now.
Yeah, that's about it. 9 out of 10 for me. Nothing more to say, honestly.
Same here, because at least with Kokonoe's meteor, we had like this close-up shot of Kokonoe as she's like looking at a large distance in the sky. Like again, this circle is like way too big on the screen.
Honestly, I think it's good. It's still great. It's just like not as impactful as Kokonoe's.
Yeah, okay. I see what you did there. Yep.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So honestly, I would have to give him a 7 at most, just like Ragna's, because again, lore-wise,
it's very much Ragna coded because he's literally doing the same thing. One thing is that I will give it also a 7 out of 10. I would usually go for like a lower score because he's literally copying it, but since the fact that he does do different moves and swinging the weapon differently, and obviously the white hair is a nice touch, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It just
because
we don't have much to say. It's just what we see is what we get.
Yep. Anyway, 10 out of 10.
We all. Damn, brother.
I'm sorry, Chad. I'm gonna leave because I cannot deal 20 out of 10, unfortunately. I am way too biased for what's about to happen here. The press emotions.
The moneymaker.
The moneymaker. Everything is a moneymaker in this thing.
Oh my god. What can we say that wasn't already said? First of all, the vortex of death.
She's the fucking... I mean, Izanami is literally the Japanese goddess of death. So yeah.
And then this shot, the creepiness. Then the fucking skulls, bringing the opponent herself down to the underworld, and then the explosions of skulls, the skull-shaped explosions.
And then the way she's sitting in a like weird, unnatural position after that, because I mean her whole thing is like her movement is like very like weird as she like hits you, and she's like very like death-like, basically like jumps up,
and then boom,
and of course this shit,
and then how it crumbles even to be more scarier, like ugh.
And then the screaming of the damn souls as they launch down,
and then even the skull-like shaped explosions.
I gotta say, it's an 11 out of 10.
10
and
out
if
10.
you give it anything else than fucking 10, I don't know what's wrong with you, man. Honestly.
10 out of 10. It completely conveys what this character is all about. Okay, you might be disappointed at the rating I'm gonna give this one.
I know.
Fuck.
Brah. You cannot combo from 3C, I'm pretty sure. Yes, you can. I'm just a fucking idiot. So yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I need to point out the fact that it's a nice contrast between Hakumen's astral. Hakumen is like very precise single slashes, while Susano'o is a very like rapid and wild, chaotic slashes that go all around the screen. It's a very cool contrast between their astrals. Second, I like the ending part. Actually, first of all, the finishing part where he summons the sword and prepares the slashes. It's like a vortex of chaos and madness and destruction. Then the slashes themselves is just like, slashes across the screen like wildly. It's like cool, but like...
I agree, it's kind of underwhelming. But this cinematic...
That's a money shot right there. And 99 hits into 99,999 damage. Really cool.
I like that detail because he is supposedly the strongest being in this fucking verse.
Yep.
Hence why his astral is the most damaging one. I really like that detail as well. Unfortunately, I will have to give him only a 10 out of 10.
Oh, damn.
Not an 11.
Damn. Oh boy. Sorry to burst the bubble, but I'll have to give it an 8 out of 10. The main part, the middle part with the slash is just like takes a little bit too long. It's like, okay, slashes across the screen. I would actually like to see Susano'o, but it's fine. I like the ending. I like the beginning. The medium part is like whatever. Oh
boy,
it's time for the S tier character named Sex, and it was
what?
I don't know. Oh, hop. Okay, I think it's pretty obvious what this one's gonna get.
Honestly, it's at least a 9,
Honestly,
if not even a 10.
It's 10 out of 10, honestly. First of all, transformation. She actually transforms the bigger sword, or actually, she takes the seals off her sword to use her proper sword. You see this?
Yeah, wait, I didn't know she had seals on her swords.
Yeah, it's literally
on her sword.
And then she has this hop, and then this.
And a cool 2D cinematic and this shit.
It's just very
Impact
stylish.
is really good.
And the glass shattering, and then the glass going away with the wind, and a cool pose, at the end. It's great. It's great. There's nothing much to add. That's just a very appealing character, and has a really good astral.
Actually, now that I think about it, I will give her a 10, honestly, yeah, because the actual impact was like really fucking good. Honestly, I can't even argue about it at all. It's just really well done. It does what it needs to do. It's really fucking good. I don't know much about her lore, but I suppose lore-wise, as you said, her sword has like fucking seals. So I'm guessing her sword isn't even at its full power right now. Correct?
Probably not.
And the like glass shattering effect where the opponent literally dissipates into nothing. I love that. It just like speaks of like, damn, like this character like just can like fucking shatter you into nothing, right? So yeah, I agree. It's actually a 10 out of 10. Do Mai's astral. Because
okay, honestly, this is the best part.
Let's not lie about ourselves.
This is the best part.
Let's not lie to ourselves. This is fucking peak.
Honestly, the way they animated the spear going from the sky to the ground is the best part. Everything else, honestly, I'm inclined to give it just a 9 out of 10 because everything else is just like, okay, straight to the point. But like the spear animation is so mesmerizing that in and of itself, it gives it a 9 out of 10. This is a pretty cool shot. This is a pretty cool shot though. And then
not just that, but like she's completely animated while she's charging the spear as well.
Yeah.
And the fucking explosion turns the terrain into a fucking like desert field.
Fair
which
enough.
I really love the touch. It's just really well done. Honestly, I'm really on the verge of giving her a 10 for this, even though like maybe the startup isn't as impactful.
It's very well paced.
Yeah, it's really well paced. I guess they could have given her like a better jumping animation. I don't fucking know, but I'll give her a 10. Honestly, it's just peak.
Honestly, you kind of convinced me to give it a 10 out of 10 too now.
Does he need to be airborne? Okay, no. Thank God. Okay, so there's so many things about this astral because this is Ragna. Yeah, oh boy.
Okay, the final hit isn't as satisfying as I would want it to be.
I agree. I would expect a character of his power level to change the terrain after all of this with a big hit.
He does, I like the transformation where he pulls his hood off and you see the eye, glowing and shit.
Right there. We can see his actual face, what it looks like. It looks menacing, and the fucking pose, the fucking aura around him speaks of power. First of all, Second of all, okay, so this part, right? So this part, as we all know, is a bit different for every character, right?
Actually, it only changes for like 3 characters. If you do the Astral against Hazama, Susano'o, or Terumi, you can actually see the Terumi soul in it. I'll show it off.
I thought other characters said also. Wait, what about Platinum? It will make sense for her to also.
No, I don't think it does. 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Yeah.
It has the potential for a 10.
I like everything about it until the final hit. The final hit is cool. I just wish it was a more powerful single slash than like a rapid multiple slashes, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. There's been wait a minute. We've been doing this for like how many hours, and we haven't really made a name for this. Like I don't want to call it Rate the Super because that title's been already taken by a certain dude some of you might know. But at the same time, I just want to give it a unique name.
I know.
What?
Super delayed.
I haven't even heard what you said. I don't think anybody has understood what you just said.
I said super derate because we are very, very creative and smart.
Oh my god.
you know what I
Can I
what
just
I
finish
what,
the video,
what I,
please?
No.
Until next time, my
Okay,
fellow
fine.
knights. See ya. You're gonna add anything to that?
Subscribe, or Hakumen will personally